with you in today's lesson. My name is Mr. James Mwita, a teacher from Shalom Pre and Primary School, a school located at Chamazi in Temeke District, Dar es Salaam. So before we begin our science period, I would like you to have your science notebook and a pen, so that as we will be going on with the today's subtopic, we'll be taking the short notes on what you're going to discuss. So I'm giving you just 30 seconds to make sure that with you you have your short notebook and a pen. Yes, I'm sure now you have your notebook and a pen, so that you are ready in what I've prepared to share with you today. Calculation or calculating currents. Remember, in our previous session, we discussed about on how to calculate resistance in series form, or resistance in series circuit, resistance in parallel circuit, and also finding total resistance when you have been given a circuit with a combination of series and parallel. Today, we are going to find current. You are in an examination room, or you have been given an assignment. Maybe it's a homework assignment or class assignment, or maybe it is there it's one of the questions there in your holiday package, asking you to get current. And maybe the question looks new to you. So today, after the end of today's period, make sure that you will be able to calculate or to find or to deal with any problem asking you to find current. So, I know it's not new to you. It's we discussed in the previous period. But to take you back, just to give you, before giving you the formula of how to find the current, let me give you hints on current. Or let me remind you what we discussed in current. First, we said current is the flow of electric charges, or can say electrons, in a circuit. And is the SI unit you remember the SI unit of current? We discussed this one. amperes. In short, it's written A. And also the symbol for current denoted by letter I. So here I stands for current. When you have been asked a question which needs you to find current, after getting your answer or after arriving to your final answer, you have to write the units. You should not leave your answer hanging. You should write the units. The units, the SI stands for Standard International Unit of current is ampere. Current is the flow of electrons, or is the amount of electricity flowing in a circuit. So sometimes they can ask you find current, or sometimes they can ask you find the amount of electricity in the circuit, in that circuit which have been given in a given paper. So when finding current, this is the formula which you are supposed to use. Current given by this is the formula for finding current. Current is equal to voltage, you divide by resistance. In a circuit or in a given equation, you might be given the value of the voltage and you might be given the value of the resistance. The resistance here can either be in series or can be in parallel or can be combined. So you can be given the value of the voltage and the values of the resistances in a given circuit or in a given equation. Then the question asks you or needs you to find the current. This is the formula which you are supposed to use. In short, it is written as I is equal to V over R. This is something which is not new to you. I stands for current, symbol for current, I. So here I is current, V voltage, and R stands for the resistance. So this is the formula which you are supposed to use when finding a given problem, working out current. You have to apply this particular formula. So let us try to look in some of the examples which needs us to find current. Find the current in following diagram or in following states. Okay. You have this one. using these three examples which have been given on the board, A, circuit B, and the circuit C, we are going to use them to find the currents. Starting with A, let us start with A, finding the value of current in the circuit which is given here. First of all, let us try to study our first diagram given labeled A. We have been given here 6V, where V stands for voltage. This is the value of the resistance. So we are missing current, which is the required thing for us to find. This is the value which you have not been given. So let us try to find the value of I in A, in the diagram. We have said I is equal to V R. Our V is equal to 6, R is equal to 12. The value of V is 6, the value of the value of R is 12. So we don't know I. This is the value what we are looking for. We have not been given that one. So our current is equal to 6 divided by 12. 6 here goes once, here twice. I is equal to a half. Remember I said in science, your answers should be in decimal places unless you have been asked by the examiner to give the answer in fraction form. So our final answer, current, is 0.5. But if you leave your answer here without indicating the unit, you not get a mark here. Because you don't know this 0.5 is what? Are they cows? Are they goats? Are they animals? So when you put your units in front of the answer, it shows what you are looking for. The units for current is A. So from our first figure, the value of current is equal to 0.5 amperes. This is the answer for our first figure. Second figure. Also, you are supposed to find the value of current in our second figure. But before we begin, you have to be very keen here. This figure is very much different from the first one. Why? Let us try to study our second figure. Here you have been given the resistances, where at this part here they are in parallel form, or they are in parallel. And here, so you have been given a combination of series and parallel in this circuit. A combination of resistances in series and parallel. And we have been given the value of the voltage, 10V. And you are supposed to find what? Current. So, first of all here, we are supposed to get the total value of the resistance. The formula is I is equal to V over R. That is the formula. We have been given V is equal to 10. I, we don't know. R, we have been given R, but we have to calculate to find the total R. Because here we have been given the resistances, where I have said one of them is in parallel and another one is in series. So we have to find the total R. So total R is not given. So let us try to look for the value for total R. One over RT is given by 1 over 4. Remember, 1 over RT is given by 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2. Our R1 is here, our R2 is this one here. Hence, 1 over RT is equal to 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4. Which is equal to, our LCM is 4. 1 over RT is equal to 4 goes to 4, 1, plus 4 to 1. So 1 over RT is equal to 2 over 4. One over RT is equal to a half, which is equal to 0.5. This is the total resistance in the parallel parts. So getting the total value of the resistances in this circuit, total. No, sorry. We have to make RT to be the subject of the formula, where we have to multiply this one with this one here. So RT, RT is equal to 2. RT times 1 is RT, 1 RT, 2 times 1 is 2. So the value of the total resistance in the parallel part is 2. So getting the total resistance in this figure here, we have to take total resistance in this circuit here. It is the total resistance which we have find all the we have got in the parallel part, we add to 3. Two plus 3, which is equal to 5. So, our total R, the value of R is 5. So from our diagram now we have the value of R and we have the value of V. We can now easily get the value of I. How? By equating the values of V and the values of R in our formula. That I is equal to value of V, which have been given in the diagram is 10, divided by the value of the value of R, which we have calculated in the figure, and we have got it is 5. You divide by 5 here. You will get I is equal to 2. So current in the figure which have been given, B, is 2A, the 2 amperes. Our last example is C. The diagram given there is C. It is asking us to find the value of current. I is equal to V over R. The same formula you are using. Here you have been given, let us try to study the figure which you have been given here. You have been given a figure here where you have been given the value of voltage and you have been given the values of the 2 resistances which are in series. If I take back to this figure B, you have been given the resistances here, but I said they are combined, they have been mixed up, series and parallel in one figure. Here you have been given the 2 resistances which are in series. 6R is in series with 4R. So to get the total resistance here, it's very simple. You just add up 6 to 4. So our V is equal to 12. Our R here you just add directly 6 plus 4 is 10. So in this figure, our voltage is 12, our R is 10, the value of R, 10. So we have to equate these values, the value of V and R in our formula. Current is equal to, the value of V is 12, you divide it by the value of R, which is 6 plus 4, which is equal to 10. If you divide this one, 12 divided by 10, we will get I, which is current, is equal to 1.2. So our current is equal to 1.2 amperes. We are done with the 3 examples which we have been given on the board, asking us to find the value of current. But before we end up our period today, I would like to leave you with one question. If not to one question, you do it in your own time. And if you get a problem in getting the correct answer, you ask me when we meet. Try to attempt this question at your own. In an electric circuit, eight OHM resistor is in series with 6 OHM resistor, and the voltage is 5.6 V. Find the current. So guys, try to find the answer for this particular question. Not all questions which are going to be given, you will be given figures. Others, questions will be given in the form of a word problem. There is no figure, like this one here. So you can convert this word problem here into a figure if at all you want. And by doing so, you will be simplifying your work. But if you think you are very good and you have understood very well what you have done here, you can just apply your formula, you will arrive to the correct answer. But if you want to do it very well, please try to come up with a figure of what is on this question. The question is in the form of, it's a word problem. So start solving it by drawing the figure of what is here. Remember, it is in an electric circuit. You have been given 8 OHM resistor, and 8 OHM resistor is in series with 6 OHM resistor, and the voltage is 5.6 V. Find the current. Thank you for listening. I expect to meet you in the coming or in the next period. Thank you.